It just takes that one video to go viral.
I'm so excited to introduce you to someone who's taken her hobby and turned it into her full-time career. She has made millions of dollars by having fun and doing what she loves. Today, she's going to take us into the mindset of building a brand online while accumulating millions of followers. So I'm so excited to introduce you to the one and only Gabby Moses.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're someone that I've met, and I meet a lot of influencers, as you know, and people know, like, I'm around so much talent, but there's very few talent that hustle the way you do. I mean, you've said you're going to do something and then you go do it. Like, I remember we had a meeting and talking about Twitch. The next day you're on Twitch. Like, you're a hustler.
That's been my new thing. I love it so much. It's so different than anything I've done.
Yeah.
And it just, like, pushes my boundaries.
Yeah.
So.
It's just so cool that you're someone that just, like, dives in and actually does these different things. And the podcast is all about talking to different people that have carved their own pathway to success, because I'm very big on that. Like, I've also done that. I didn't go the traditional path that my parents told me to go, and I just figured it out. And so it's inspiring to hear, like, the different paths you've taken. So for you, I know you went to med school.
Yes.
And then...
So I got in, and then once I got in, I was like, wait, I don't want to do this. I got an apartment leased, everything. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is going to be so much fun. I moved, bought, like, furniture for a 2-bedroom apartment, everything. And then I took a step back, and I was like, wait a second.
No way.
This is not what I want to do.
You just had, like, a knowing. What made you start, like, making videos?
In high school, I started vlogging. I first started with dating advice videos.
No way.
Terrible. Like, I look back on them and I'm like, Gabrielle, who let you post these? So I did that. I also did vlogs with friends and whatnot.
Cool.
And it was so fun. And I'm so glad that I did it too, because I vlogged my high school graduation, college graduation, my prom. Like, I could go back and look at it.
What got you interested in looking at, like, YouTube in the first place, and what year was this?
It was actually my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, no way.
Made me do it, because honestly, I would have never done it without him. So I'm grateful that he made me, like, uncomfortable in the way of, like, doing social media and stuff. He was always into social media, and then he was like, you should really do it. I think you have it. And I was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I was so awkward at first. Like, it was terrible. So bad. And then over time, I just got more and more used to it. So here we are.
How long have you been doing it for?
I think I was 16 or 17 whenever I first started.
Okay, cool.
So now I'm 22. So
You're still so young.
I know,
You've done
I'm
so
still
much.
a baby.
That's
I always
crazy.
am like, oh my gosh, I still have so much more to do, and I'm really hard on myself. I'm like, wait, you're only 22.
Yeah.
So I have time to do a lot more.
You do.
So we'll see.
So when you first were like, okay, I'm not going to go to med school anymore, and you actually, like, made that decision, walk everyone through, like, what that felt like, because I think there's a lot of people that have, like, a steady path, and especially if you have your parents involved or you're seeing the way other people gain success and you only know, like, traditional routes, it's very scary to, like, take a leap. So, like, to walk us through that whole experience.
It was a lot of, like, think of tug of war in your head. It was a lot of that, like, going on back and forth. And I was like, okay, well, this is predictable.
Yeah,
This is steady. It can happen. It will happen, type of thing. And then there's social media and everything else that was starting. But we don't know what that is. But who knows? It could be more fun. You can travel all the time.
Yeah.
With school, it's like, okay, you gain knowledge. Yes, you can help people through medicine. But then with social media, it's just helping people just by being you. And you can potentially reach even more people. And I was also like, I could also probably be happier. You're not always happy when you're studying 12 hours a day or whatever. It's not healthy. And so then in my undergrad and high school and everything too, I was the type, I had to have all A's. So I graduated college in the top 10% of my class in 3 years instead of 4 with a biochem degree. Yes. So I did all of that. And then towards the end of it, I just honestly kind of burnt myself out with the studying. And I realized, at the time I was only 21. I was like, I want to travel. I haven't been able to see the world. I haven't been able to do this or that. And I was shadowing a doctor in the ER.
Yeah.
And her kids watched me on YouTube and on social media and stuff. And she came up to me and she was like, Gabrielle, why do you want to be a doctor? And I was like, well, I want to help people. Like, I really want them to remember who I am, being able to, like, literally save their lives or change the course of their life. And she said, well, Gabrielle, my kids literally watch you you will turn their like crappy day into a good day just by being positive and just the vibes that you give. Like, you know, you're already impacting people. And I was like, wait a second. Like, I guess you're right. I never looked at it that way before.
Yeah.
And she was like, in the way that like the healthcare is going, it's might not be exactly what you want to do, because now it's, you know, very
Changing a lot.
monetized,
Yeah.
and it's very like back and forth, like, and I don't want to be like one way or the other. Like, I just want to help people. And so that was kind of my aha moment.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I can help people in a non-traditional way. And it was really scary. It was so scary making that decision, because up until then, that's what I had dedicated all of my time to. Yeah, literally on my first grade time capsule, I said that I wanted to be a pediatric surgeon.
Oh.
And so literally at the age of 21, I was like, wait, what if I don't want to do this anymore?
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
it was kind of hard changing my mind and telling
Yeah.
myself it will be okay.
Yeah.
But I made that decision, and I was like, okay, we're just going to do it, because you only get this opportunity once. So
Yeah.
may as well go.
What do you feel like made you successful with doing it? Like when you first started out, like how did you structure yourself?
I had to be really good at time management.
Yeah.
Because when you're your own boss, you could easily lay in bed all day.
Yeah.
Easily do that. I've done that some days.
Yeah.
But you have to be like, okay, I'm going to write a to-do list. I'm going to get this, and that done. Set your goals. Because if you don't set those goals, you're going to get lazy, or you're going to get content with everything.
Yeah.
And so I tried not to get content. I always try and like learn new things or do something different.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what's really helped me like continue to have a drive.
Yeah. Do you feel like, well, what year was it when you first started out on YouTube? Sorry, was it the
It was
2015?
2016 or 2017.
Do you feel like YouTube's changed a lot today?
Yes, it is not the same. Like, all social media completely changed. And that's another thing.
Wow.
You have to be okay with changes, and you have to just be able to like go with the flow.
Yeah.
You can't get mad about the algorithm. That's
Yeah.
one thing I see so many people always complaining about. And yes,
Yeah.
I've complained about it too at times.
Yeah.
But like YouTube now wants to do shorts.
Yeah.
And now TikTok is just completely taken over. Instagram now has Reels. Facebook has Reels.
Yeah.
And so things have just really changed, but you have to embrace the change instead of being scared of it.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
Like, so many creators have just popped out of nowhere because they really embraced the change and they weren't
That's
scared
true.
of it.
That's so true. So, okay, so when you were first growing on YouTube, do you feel like, I mean, I want people to hear that advice of like how you structured it, how many times you posted a week, all that stuff, and then kind of let people in light of like, how do you get the views you get today? Like, what do you do today to consistently stay relevant?
So starting out is always different than
Yeah.
after you get that kind of like push onto social media, after
Yeah.
you've been able to reach a lot of people. So when I was starting out, at one point in time, I posted 2 YouTube videos a day.
That's crazy. For
In
how long?
college, for like a 3-month time period.
Wow.
It was so hard mentally, because this is while I was taking like organic chemistry, I was taking like calculus. It was a lot. Like,
Yeah.
mentally, it was so much, because I'd be in class from 8 a.m. to about like 1 or 1:30 every
Yeah.
day. And then I'd go straight to filming. I wouldn't get done with filming till about 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I'd eat dinner at 9. And then I'd do my homework from about like 10 o'clock at night to like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I'd wake up at
way.
like 6 or 7 in the morning to go work out before class. So there wasn't much time for sleep or breathing, but
And do you feel like that 3-month period like really helped you skyrocket?
yeah, it definitely did. Because if I didn't do that, I think I would have just continued to plateau.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you have to be dedicated, you have to be consistent in order to break through to someone. And once you get one person's like attention, you're going to get another. And it's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
So it just takes that one video to go viral. And then
Yeah.
you just have to stay consistent after that. But then after that, of course, I did not continue to post as much. Now it's only about once a week or so.
Yeah.
And of course, I'll go through times when I'll post more or maybe less. It just kind of depends what's going on in my life. But I'll also post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Now more even on TikTok. So I'm always making content still.
Yeah.
Now Twitch too. I'm live streaming almost every night for 2 or 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's so much fun because now I get to like,
Yeah.
make those connections with people, and I feel like if you did YouTube or if you do Twitch, you make connections with people that are so much more one-on-one. You get to learn about other people.
Yeah.
And it's like they're your friend almost.
Yeah.
It's a really weird, different connection. Yes, you can make those connections on TikTok and Instagram.
But not the same way.
It's not
I
the
agree.
same.
Yeah.
And you can even see it. It's so crazy. You can see it on creators' Instagrams for the most part, like how their pictures do, like the comments and stuff, or
Yeah.
their DMs. Like you can tell whenever someone really makes connections with their followers versus ones who did things
Or just
differently.
posted a photo or something like that. They don't have like a
Exactly.
deeper fan base.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you've been really good at building is people that are like loyal fans.
Yes, I've had some fan pages for years.
Wow.
And it's like I kind of know them now. And there's,
Yeah.
I want to say like 5 or 10 that are really, really dedicated that have literally watched me since high school and like continue to make dedicated pages about me. That's crazy. Yeah, there's so many. And now there's TikTok accounts and everything.
So when you were first like starting out and you're like, okay, I'm going to build this brand online. I'm going to make videos. I know that you kind of did vlogging, right?
Yes.
So like how did you decide like what niche you're going to fall into? And then how did you know what was working for you? Like, how did you be like, okay, this one's working and I'm going to stick with that? Or did you constantly
I was
change?
kind of trying everything.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, we'll try a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And for sometimes it was challenges and pranks, and that was all super fun. But then I was
Yeah.
like, okay, what am I doing in my life?
Yeah.
What would I want to watch someone else do? And it
Yeah.
was like workout stuff or just hanging out with friends or traveling. And so
Yeah.
my type of content is very lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of everything. It's not just like one specific thing, just because my life is so sporadic. I can't
Yeah.
dedicate myself to one thing.
Yeah, that'd be hard. You're like
Yes.
living life, but then try to be just one way.
Exactly. Like I love fitness influencers. I love travel people. I love fashion people. I can't dedicate myself to one thing. I love it
that's
all.
true.
So I just throw a little bit of everything in.
Yeah. So you've done, you've done makeup. You've done, you're right. You've done a lot.
I've
of them.
done
I was looking-
everything.
Yeah.
Like I've done skincare stuff. Like I legitimately just post what I do in my daily life.
Yeah.
So
So like you'll have an episode just being like, okay, to get ready with me episode. What do you feel like has
Yes.
helped you? Like what tips and tricks would you tell someone for getting more like engagement on their videos or things that you make sure you do that are like your tools?
I would just ask people questions. Ask the people who are watching your videos, what do you want to see next? And follow that. Because that's legitimately what they will watch. It's what will get views. Yes, you might have to make it not clickbaited or anything.
Yeah.
But you have to make it fun somehow.
Yeah.
And that's what will reel people in. You have to make sure the title's good, the thumbnail's good. And
Yeah.
it's just about like making the content that people genuinely want to see. Yes, it sucks sometimes. You might really want to make a video about the time you went to the Bahamas, but people want to see gym content. Just ask them what they want to see. And
Yeah.
that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I was looking at your YouTube today. I was looking at all your videos, and I'm like, you are really good at it. You literally like come up with really good, enticing captions. Like even I was like, I know you, and I wanted to watch them, but I'm like, I don't have time. I'm filming with her today.
All the time.
But like you come up with really good captions for the YouTubes, and the
Yes.
thumbnails are really good.
It has to be clickable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like the other day, oh my gosh, I posted yesterday a video about how a monkey attacked me. Like, legitimately a monkey attacked me. Made that a YouTube video.
No way.
Yes. So it's just funny. You can make anything.
Do you bring like a camera with you everywhere pretty much?
Sometimes I will, or iPhones have gotten so good.
Yeah.
That sometimes I'll
That's
just shoot
cool.
off of that. But
So much easier now.
so much easier. And then sometimes the thing is too, you have to be good at delegating whenever
Yeah.
you have so much stuff going on. So sometimes I have an editor do stuff for me too, because I just don't have time to sit
Yeah.
down for 4.5 hours to edit one video.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
it is very time consuming.
It is. You also have to have a team that helps you. Like that's another big thing I would tell anyone who wants to do any of this. You have to
Yeah.
have people around you that you trust, or also people that you know can help you along the way. Because if you spread yourself too thin,
Yeah.
it's not going to work out.
Would you give, if someone was someone starting out on social media, wanting to get into the space, wanting to be a content creator? Because I always say that's like out of all like Gen Z, that's like the number one job everyone wants.
It
now.
is. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
It's crazy. So I don't know what the future is going to look like, but
Yeah.
like starting out, would you say like, okay, focus on one platform and perfect that platform? Or what would be your advice
I
to
would
someone now?
say put your time and heart into one. Like for me,
Yeah.
whenever I do want to do YouTube, I'll put hours into that.
Yeah.
Or right now for me, that's Twitch.
Yeah.
Which is so funny to say. I would never have thought that I would be the one to play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I'm not a gamer.
Wait, how did you even begin? Did you just start playing,
One
even
day,
not
it was
knowing how?
literally 2 weeks ago, I started playing Call of Duty, but like I started streaming like a month ago just to get the feel of it. I just started playing it, and I was
cool.
terrible at the beginning, but I've gotten better.
Yeah, and
I've
people are
been
watching
pretty
you.
good. Yes,
That's so
exactly. Like
cool.
I'll have a few hundred people in my Twitch streams.
Yeah.
And so it's so much fun. But I would say put your heart and soul into one thing. But the thing is, today you can make content out of that one thing. You can take clips and make a TikTok or make a reel or a YouTube short. Everything is reusable, but do it in a smart way that it's not the exact same thing going on everything.
That is true.
So I would just say, yeah.
That's cool. So you basically can take a whole vlog that you filmed, take a piece of it,
Yes.
a piece that you think would be good for TikTok, and a piece that would be good for Instagram Reels. Yeah, that's cool. So you can basically multi-purpose it. And then I think it's basically going on to these platforms and learning like what styles of content works and looking at like people
Look at
in
people
here.
that you watch too.
Yeah.
Like, get some inspo from the bigger creators. It's not bad to get
Yeah.
inspo. Don't copy them, but getting inspo from them is awesome because
Yeah.
you see what works. You know what's gonna work.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing that I hear too, and I've seen, is that once you're starting out, it's really hard not to compare yourself to everyone else and think that
Yes.
yours suck compared
That's
to like,
true.
if you're looking at other influencers, especially someone like you're just gonna be like, okay, well, she's amazing at it. They're gonna be like, okay, I don't even want to start.
There's
you know what
so
I mean?
many different types of content creators too.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you can't focus on the numbers because that's when you will get really sad and really just in your head, or just even comparing like looks or like what other people have. Because do what is important to you. Yes, the numbers might not be there at times. It's going to go up and down no matter what you do. You're not going to be getting 1 million views on everything forever. That's just the reality of things. But do what makes you happy. Like make the content that you think will help other people. You're not always going to get like 1,000 comments or 1,000 likes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it is. And sometimes it's hard to be that harsh about things. But you have to keep that into perspective too.
So what do you think motivates you to keep going then if you're not looking at the likes and things?
Honestly, it's about new adventures right now for me. Like trying new things, like with this whole Twitch thing. It's about trying something new, making myself uncomfortable again. Because the thing is, you get content with what content you're making. So I think it's really important to push those boundaries, to do something new, to do something different, and learn something.
Yeah, that's so cool. I think that's why you've done so well, actually.
Yeah,
I think that would be your thing.
I'm not scared to try new things or do something a little bit out of the ordinary.
Yeah, which they always say that's the only way you grow. Like
Exactly.
in life and every single part of your persona. Like if you're not constantly getting out of your comfort zone, you're not really growing. You're just kind of
Just staying there. You're at a plateau.
Yeah,
So,
that's so true. That's a hard one too. Sometimes you don't
is.
even want to admit to yourself that you're just comfortable.
no, exactly. That was me before I started doing Twitch and stuff. I keep bringing it up. So I'm sorry.
no,
I keep
it's
bringing up the
okay.
one new thing in my life. But I was just comfortable. And so I was like, what can I do to do something different, to reach a new audience?
Yeah.
And so that's what I ended up doing.
Yeah.
Some Call of Duty, some World of Warcraft, the new Harry Potter game. I've been playing all that stuff. It's fun. So
Like just going along with it.
exactly. I never know what my day is going to look like.
So what keeps you staying confident and putting yourself in a position to like get on camera? Because I think that also like people's emotions, and you feel good one day, you don't feel good another day, you're tired, you're all different emotions every day. Like how do you just continue to stay in that?
That's definitely a big thing with anyone who is even on social media. Like you don't even have to be a content creator to feel that. But I would say taking care of your mental health.
Yeah.
Like you have to do something for yourself that just makes you feel better. For me, I work out a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's a good outlet for me, because I know I'm taking care of myself there and then.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people do yoga or like even meditation too. It's so important to not always compare yourself, and it's hard. It's way easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because you're scrolling. You find yourself scrolling a lot on TikTok, on Instagram, on any social media platform. And sometimes you might not even realize you're comparing yourself, and that takes a toll on your mental health like no other. So sometimes it's good to take a step back and focus on what you can do for yourself. How can you improve yourself? It might be something stupid as in, oh, I'm going to go for a run today. Something like that.
Yeah.
Or it could be, oh, I'm going to get a haircut, make myself look healthier. Or I'm going to keep my nails getting, you know, pedicures and manicures. Like those sorts of things, which sounds so silly. But those little you things will get you so much further with like how you feel confident in yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That's cool. And so there's probably days where you wake up and you're like, I do not want to film.
Oh, yes. All the time. Sometimes I'll just be in a mood and I'll just feel off. And so I'll say, you know what? I'm not going to push myself to film because I've done that before. Yeah. And the content you get those days, terrible. It's like I'm talking to myself, like talking in a mirror, and it's just, it's not good. Yeah. As in, compared to the days when you want to film, when you want to talk, you have to be in a good mood to do all of this. And the thing is too, I think it's really important with social media. A lot of times people only show the highs of their life. They only show the good part. But in reality, like, everyone is having ups and downs. It's not always like the pretty parts. So with my content, I try to be as genuine as possible. And if I'm having a bad day, I will talk about it on my stuff. I don't care. I don't care if people call me soft or like a crybaby. Yeah. Everyone has bad days. And I think it's important to show. It's not always the good sometimes.
And that's how you build like a loyal following.
Exactly.
People feel like they're like, you're a real person.
Yes, exactly. You're not just like a picture on the wall. Like I think of, I don't know, for some reason whenever I was younger, I think of like all the Disney Channel stars or whatever. Like, oh my goodness, they had such perfect lives, this and that. And now these things are coming out, like Miley Cyrus is talking about stuff, Jeanette McCurdy. Yeah. And you're like, wait, their lives weren't perfect that entire time. Yeah. And so I think it's important to just be as genuine as possible.
That's so true. Content. That's so true. I feel like what I've seen is like Instagram was such like the perfect world. And then YouTube came out, and not everyone felt comfortable to do YouTube, but the YouTubers that did it had crazy followings because their fans would actually go follow and listen to what they did, or like what they said they wanted to do. They would follow them to other platforms. Whereas people that grew on Instagram, what I always saw is they didn't have as strong enough fan base to really do beyond Instagram as much. Like if they launched a YouTube channel, it wasn't like everyone was dying to go watch.
Exactly.
Whereas a YouTuber, if they launched a TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, like everyone's like, I'm coming. Yeah. Brands like
so much better. And I think it's, again, because that connection you make with people. Yeah. They know who your friends are. It's so funny. I actually came out here to LA. Yeah. And I met up with some people that I met through social media. And they're like, oh my gosh, how's this person and that person? I see you vlogging with them all the time. And I'm like, oh, they're doing good. Thanks for asking. Did not expect that. But
that's funny.
They learn about your life and they feel like they have a role in your life. And I think that's why those followings are so much more crazy whenever you do YouTube.
Yeah, so I feel like it's good advice to people starting out of feeling like they're being authentic about what they're going through. And if you are going to commit to making this a career, like plugging it into things you genuinely like to do, so that way you're motivated to do it. And then, like you said, if you can take your iPhone now, I think it's about like stop overthinking it so much and feeling like you have to get a perfect camera and all this stuff to be professional.
To be perfect. Yeah. Like so many people just start out with their phones or just like a little flip camera or something. Yeah. It's not that hard. You just have to, I think there's a lot of a mental hurdle that people have to go over just to start it. Because people think, what if I fail? What if other people judge me? Yeah. Well, you're never going to know where it can go to if you don't just try and do it. Yeah. You know? Like, I think the perfect example of this is Alex Early, the one who, I don't even know if I said her last name right. Yeah. But did you know she was making TikTok videos, the same Get Ready TikTok videos for years? I saw someone talking about that. And she just now blew up like this past December.
So how long was she on TikTok for?
I want to say it was a few years. Like I don't follow her that closely, but now I see her everywhere. And she was doing that for years before she kind of came onto the scene. And now everyone is talking about her. So that's just the perfect example. It just takes one video, or sometimes it just takes a little bit of time for you to really just get that following, and it does take time. It takes a really, really long time. It's not usually gonna happen overnight.
What would you say is like a normal time frame, like 2-3 years, or would you say obviously some people can blow up quicker?
Some people get really lucky.
Yeah,
That doesn't usually happen.
yeah, which is
would
good for you to
say-
tell people, because I think a lot of people will be like, okay, I've done it for even 3 months, 4 months, whatever, like, and it's not working.
growing.
Yeah,
It takes a while. I would say a few years for sure, at least 2 or 3.
yeah,
To really get that dedicated audience, to really get in that groove, to really learn about what you're good at too.
Yeah.
Takes a while to learn all of that. And the thing is, I don't want people to get like disheartened or not want to do this anymore because I'm saying it takes forever. But
but it's a career.
yes, it's like going to school.
Yeah.
Like if I was to become a doctor, I'd be in school 4 years before I could
Yeah.
practice medicine, or probably a lot more than that with fellowships and whatever. But it takes time.
Yeah, I think it's just about like understanding that we're now in a generation where like social media is the future. It's obvious at this point. I remember when I first was coming into working in social media, people were like, what?
Oh my goodness. I would have never thought social media would have gotten to where it is today. So back whenever I was in 6th grade, I remember watching One Direction on The Voice or whatever it was, X Factor, I can't remember. But that's when social media first started getting big. Everyone started getting Instagrams. And I just remember people posting all about like One Direction, what makes me beautiful, whatever.
Yeah.
And then to now, only 10 years later, I can't even believe I'm saying it's been 10 years. But
Yeah.
look at where we are. People post every part of their life. So on social media, like,
Yeah.
when someone buys a house, engaged, married,
Everything.
first thing on Instagram or TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
Not even Facebook anymore. That's kind of phased out.
Yeah.
But the main social media platforms. Like if something exciting happened in your life, I bet you one of the first things is, oh, I have to post that.
Yeah, 100%. You're like, otherwise you feel too disconnected from the world now. You're like, do people know what's going on with my life?
Exactly. And it's like, oh, I need to keep my friends, like, give them the know of what's going on.
Yeah.
So
Do you believe in like consistency over quality content, or do you believe in quality content over consistent?
it kind of depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
And what your goals are. If you're just doing it for fun, I think it's more consistency. But if you're doing it to make connections with companies and your goal is directly, oh, one day I want to work with Canon, or one day I want to work with American
true.
Airlines, then it's about quality.
Yeah.
Because obvious reasons they're gonna put money into things like that. But if you're just doing it for fun, I'd say consistency.
That's a good point. Yeah. If you're growing a career online and you're trying to be representing like big brands, like you're saying, like I know one influencer, I know that's a travel influencer, and she works a huge hotel. They're all around the world, and she gets to go on free trips and stuff, but she
I
makes
need
her
to do
content
that.
like so
good.
her content's so good. She has like a
See?
content creator with her taking her
That's
content,
nice.
you know?
That's nice.
Yeah.
I can't imagine where my content would be if I hired someone to follow me around with a camera.
Yeah.
I would have so much content. I'm not done that yet.
Yeah.
But
It's hard. It's hard
Exactly.
to actually do all that.
and you
Yeah.
have to be turned on to make content. Like you have
Yeah.
to be in the mood mentally. You have to be ready to talk. You have to be ready
Yeah.
to do all of that.
Yeah,
So-
it's definitely like putting yourself in a zone, because what I realized too is even with my podcast, every time I'm done with the episode, like sometimes I've thought about it, I'm like, damn, I've exerted a lot of energy,
And
because
it's
when
like,
you're
oh, I
like,
gotta take a nap.
yeah, you're like filming and you're trying to give energy and like
Yeah.
be entertaining, and then you're like, okay, I'm exhausted. People
Yes.
don't realize it, but I think it's a cool thing to think about, the fact that you can actually make this a career at this point. It's already been proven. There's so many people that are so successful beyond their families, parents, all these people in their lives that have done, that are lawyers, doctors, all these things. Like it's already proven. So now it's like, if you're not going to commit that time, like 2 to 3 years, just as you would probably commit that time to a lawyer or anything else, even I think it even takes longer for some of those people, but like you have to, like you said, commit that time to actually take it seriously, to see if you're actually going to be able to make this your career. And at worst case scenario, if you go down this path, I always say you learn a lot about the internet,
So much
which is
stuff.
still
that-
the future.
It's the stuff they don't teach you in school.
Yeah.
Like I even had a business and entrepreneurship minor.
Yeah.
I've learned so much more on my own about useful things like taxes and about investments. I did not learn any of that at school
Yeah.
at all.
I know. It's
And
crazy.
so you do learn things that are very important.
Yeah. I feel like school teaches you how to like do things on time and be structured and things like that and hit deadlines, which is good when you're becoming your own boss and learning how to be organized. But yeah, there's so much more you learn by like just diving in and actually experiencing.
So and it's like if you mess it up on your own terms and you're your own boss, you don't have anyone else to blame. So it's like, oh, I better learn and better do it right.
Yeah.
Of thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
so
a lot
true.
of quick learning.
Yeah. That's so true. What about like your family life and your friends? Like, how do you stay balanced with people in your life? Because obviously you're creating content a lot.
I'm on planes a lot.
Wow.
So I'll go back home a lot because I'm originally from Missouri.
Yeah.
And all my family and friends are out there.
So real quick, when you go back to Missouri, is everyone like shocked?
Yeah, sometimes I just drop in and everyone's like, you're in town? I'm like, yeah, surprise. So,
but even beyond your family, like your childhood friends are there?
Yeah.
Are they all like, were they like shocked when you blew up?
Yeah, it was kind of a long time coming though because I was doing it in high school.
Oh, okay. So they all kind of knew.
All of them are in my high school vlogs and stuff. So it's really funny looking back on it. It's kind of like a little time capsule now.
That's so cool.
Yeah, sometimes they're just like, don't you, like, I thought you were just in like Europe or something.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm here now. That type of thing. And so I'm on planes a lot. Like I'm going back to Missouri literally once a month for the next like 3 months. Because I have like weddings, my twin sister's graduation, and like all this crazy stuff. So I'll drop in for a weekend and then go travel around. So,
how important do you feel like coming to LA was to your career?
I think it was really important with getting me again uncomfortable with things because I never thought I would be out in LA as much as I am now.
Yeah.
Just because I thought I'd always kind of stay in the Midwest and doing that sort of thing. But the people that you meet out here is amazing. The groups of people, yes, it's challenging, difficult, very different than Missouri.
Very.
So different than Missouri. But in a good way. And the challenges that you face, I think, have taught me a lot of things. I think I'm very mature for my age.
Yeah.
It's just more about like making those connections, being able to talk with people. And I've definitely learned that a lot more with being out here.
Yeah. And I've always seen that like when you want to dive into some kind of category in your life, like you have to surround yourself with people that are also doing it because you pick up so much stuff quicker. When someone's like, oh yeah, I made that video with this. And you're like, well, what camera did you use? Or what software do you edit with? Or like, why'd you use that caption? They're like, or they'll just randomly tell you stuff like, yeah, I posted this video. It didn't really do as well, but that was weird. When I posted it like this, it did well. You're like, oh, then you're like learning stuff.
Yes. And then it's also surrounding yourself with people who are also driven.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, your friends are all out doing these amazing things, like working with companies, even making their own companies. It gives you a drive that's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I also need to be doing this. It makes you kind of like pick up your step a little bit more.
Yeah, that's so true.
And so I think it's really important to surround yourself with people who are going to push you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about this because I think it's a really fascinating thing, but I think you've probably heard like there's recently this guy that just announced, I don't know if he's the first one or not, but I forget his name. Sorry. He's a Twitch star. And he just recently announced he's going to go live in his house for 30 days. That.
Yes, his name's Kai.
Okay,
I didn't know who he was until like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
when I was streaming, and then people were saying stuff about him. Yeah. And yes, we'll take obvious breaks and stuff, but I had no idea who he was.
And it's made me look at the world and be like, we are definitely moving towards a future where like people just want to watch you live your life.
Literally, like
just watch.
Every platform now wants you to just stream and everything. And I think I kind of saw that going in that direction. So that's also why I started doing it.
Yeah.
But people just want to watch you. Even on TikTok, when I'm scrolling, I'll see people like sleeping on TikTok live. And it's like, oh, if you donate this or that, a certain sound will play. I'm like, what is this? Like, that's creepy. That is weird.
Yeah.
But I'll click on it. There'll be like 3,000 or 4,000 people watching it.
It's crazy,
but it gets views.
Yeah.
So,
and it was mind blowing to me to even see that like young kids are watching other kids on YouTube just play.
Yes.
Like, have you seen that?
The one kid. Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. It's insane. Or just unboxing toys.
Yeah.
I'm like, Or the
Yeah,
people
like-
who do even ASMR or even
Yeah.
tiny things, the people who cook like the little teeny meals or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like people just want to watch. It's like sometimes I think people can stunt themselves because they're overcomplicating the content. And if you
Yes.
really think about what people are doing now, like we're definitely moving towards a generation of more and more and more authenticity, like realness, realness. How could you be more real? Like, what are you doing right now?
No, exactly. It's like, tell me, what are you doing in this moment right now? And then what are you going to do afterwards? How was your morning? What did you wear yesterday? It's like,
And then you're just like, how does anyone even care about this? But
people do care. That's the thing. People care.
yeah, so and that's what vlogs really showed us. It's like I remember like when Logan Paul like blew up for vlogging, and I remember
Yes,
being
no.
like, people want to watch your
I
life?
was doing it before Logan Paul was doing
No
it.
way.
Or before he was big for doing
Yeah.
it. Yes, because no one vlogged. And so I would be in my small hometown in Missouri vlogging with a camera that was giant. And I'd be walking around the mall and stuff, and the looks people would give me.
Yeah, it's like shocking back then.
Everyone would be like, what are you doing? Why do you have a camera? And I'd be kicked out of the mall or kicked out of Target, like random places. And now we'll go in, they don't care anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just another day. Oh, it's just another influencer. It's, it's kind of roll their eyes at me, whatever. But
Do you feel like vlogging is something still that people just love to watch?
yes, people
Wow.
love it. And I'm just like, oh,
I don't meet as many vloggers anymore in LA, but I definitely I know you do, but
yes.
there's not. I think it's because YouTube was so big, and now like
now
the
it's just-
TikTok and streaming, like
But
there's
now TikTok vlogging,
yeah,
like a day in the life type of thing, that's getting bigger.
really.
So,
Okay, well there you have it.
yes.
To vlog your life.
I don't know where it's going to go next. I just know people just want to watch you live.
Yeah.
Anything. Like, legitimately anything. So, I don't know what's next for me, but that's that.
But I love that you even are saying you're just constantly trying new things, and it's like if you see a new platform, you clearly like aren't
Yes.
scared to just dive into it and figure it out.
And it did not do well in the beginning, but now it's doing better.
Yeah.
So,
Even
it's
with
going to go up from here.
even with Twitch, how you said you're like, I have a few hundred people. It's like some people might be like, is that like, am I supposed to have 120 next and 150? Like, how do you stop getting in your
Well,
head?
Here's the other thing too. I'll look at people's pages who will have, it doesn't sound like a lot, but
Yeah.
like 25,000 or 50,000. That's a lot of followers on
Yeah.
Twitch. But then people who subscribe and
Yeah.
actively watch your page is a whole different thing.
Wow.
So I'll look at mine and be like, oh, I have the same amount of viewers
Yeah.
as someone whose page is 5 or 10 times bigger than mine. So
Wow.
I'm like, so it is doing good. So I know I
That's
just have
cool.
to stick with it.
Yeah.
And so that's just
So do you like try to get out of your head and not focus on as many or tuning in and just have fun every time and
Exactly.
make people enjoy it?
Yes, and I just kind of talk. It gives me something fun to do other than emails. I do a lot of emailing, but like it's a lot more fun being able to just like sit and chat with people and then
Yeah.
making those connections, because that's what I wanted to do with social media, was make those genuine connections and help people. Because you would be so surprised. Some people just want to make a connection with someone in their life. They don't have someone to talk to or someone to look up to. So with
Yeah.
all my social media stuff, even if it's just live streaming or making a silly little vlog or a TikTok, if I can make someone smile or make someone's crappy day a little bit better, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, and that's what probably motivates you behind all of it.
Because it's the messages that you get when you're not expecting it. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'll just be scrolling in my Instagram DMs and someone's like, you have no idea the impact you've made on me. Like this video or that. They'll cite a specific thing that I said or did, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, it just resonated with me. I was having a really hard time in college. Like like the other day, I got a message from someone who was a senior in college who almost dropped out, but then they watched some vlogs from when I was in college.
Yeah.
And me having a mental breakdown actually in college. I was like, it was finals. It was hard
Yeah.
time. But they watched me get over it and be done with it. And they were like, oh, that helped me realize everything's going to be okay. I aced my exam after that. And it's about those little things that you would never think of.
That's so cool. Yeah, you don't know like what someone's watching in your day that is like
Yes.
inspiring them.
Exactly. Because I'm sure everything, like things can be taken good or even in a bad way too. There's definitely
Yeah.
that side of social media as well. So I just try and stay positive and try and help people.
Yeah. Wow. So cool. If you had to say what your favorite platform is right now, what would it be? Obviously, I think I know now.
I love Twitch.
I was gonna say you're gonna say
definitely Twitch right now, but I also like Snapchat too because it's just like random parts in my day.
Yeah.
I'll just put it on there without even thinking, and it's
Yeah.
definitely me more like unfiltered, just saying kind of whatever.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Snapchat's definitely crazy that it's still doing so well, but it's more
I
with
know.
younger
Yes,
younger
it is.
kids.
But now with like Snap shows, and there's so much coming out on Snapchat, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
So you would say your favorite platform's Twitch.
Yes.
When you envision yourself in 3 years
Oh,
from
geez.
now,
My mom asks me this question all the time.
you're like, I have already answered this. When you envision yourself in 3 years from now, where will you be and what will you have achieved?
I have no idea where I'll be because legitimately every other day I'm on Zillow, like looking at like if I should buy a house and
Yeah.
turn it into Airbnb properties. The thing is, when you are your own boss, you have so many opportunities
So true.
presented to you, usually all around the same time. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I have this chance to move here and to do this or that. And so I really don't know where I'm going to be physically.
Yeah.
Who knows? I might be in, I don't know, like Bali.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that could be a possibility. But I definitely want to start one of my own companies. That's been a goal of mine for a while. And I think it's finally becoming a more achievable goal. I think it's going to be related with health or fitness because
Cool.
that's something that I'm really, really passionate about, whether it be like supplements or whether
Yeah.
it be, who knows, a clothing line or something
Yeah.
like that, or just even like an online, like what I do, like a workout routine. I don't know what it'll be,
Yeah.
but I think something's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
No, you hear,
We'll see.
They heard it here first.
yes, something is in the works though, for sure.
My last thing is, what would you say is your $1 billion quality that got you to the place you are today?
Probably I can talk to anyone. I can make friends with legitimately anyone. That's what my friends have always kind of told me that I can do.
Yeah.
Like I will go to events. I went to a Grammys event the other day and I went alone, but I met new friends.
You went alone?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I was so scared.
I would be so scared
but
too.
I met people. It was fun. It was fine. I have new friends out here. So
That's so cool. You're
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I've done that before. Like I got invited to like a dinners and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know who is gonna be there, but I'll just go
yeah.
and like
I'll
figure
do
it
that.
out.
Or I'll
But-
know like one person.
Yeah.
Usually
You're like, I hope they speak to me, but we'll figure it
Yeah.
out if not.
But I can literally talk to anyone, and the thing is, it's so funny. I can get so many people just to open up to me about their lives and everything. Like I'll
Wow.
meet someone, and then I'll know their whole life story by the end of the day. So
So you feel like it's your ability to be able to
Yes.
make friends easily, and you're clearly a very likable person,
I
which
think
helps
it's
with
really
social
important.
media. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I feel like you just have to show that you're kind of open to meeting new people. You can't just close yourself off because a lot of people out here, especially in LA, will be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to associate myself with other people or this or that.
yeah.
But really, you don't know the opportunities that you're missing.
Yeah, it's so true. And so many different people can teach you something or open your eyes to something or invite you somewhere.
Yes.
And then you meet someone else. Like there's just so much
Exactly.
you can do when you're
So many
actually
doors
open.
can open up from the smallest of things.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having
Obviously,
me.
you have so many social media profiles, but tell
Everything.
everyone where they can find you.
Usually it's Gabrielle_Moses on everything other than Twitch. Twitch is Gab Moses. So, yes, that's what
So
you'll
you're
find
on Twitch, YouTube.
Instagram,
Her YouTube videos are
TikTok,
great.
Snapchat, Twitter. I do have a Facebook page.
I do have the face.
I do have one of those too.
Don't know how often I'm on it, but I'm there.
Well, it's crazy because it has almost 400,000 like followers on it.
No
I'm like,
way.
I don't know how that happened. It's whatever.
Just lucky. Oh, well, everyone, please tell us your favorite parts of the episode and what resonated with you the most. And go follow Gabby on all her socials. She has a ton.
There are a lot. You won't get bored. There's a lot of content out there.
So thank you for tuning in. Please let Gabby and I know in the comments what parts of the episode resonated with you the most. We're going to be commenting back to your comments. And thank you so much for coming
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
All right, my $1 billion babies, thank you so much for tuning in. Please follow me on Instagram to get updated on everything $1 Billion Baby. My Instagram's TARUHHH. We'll be tuning in every week to launch new episodes.